You're watching Mainland News. Hi, I'm Joya Devine. In the news today, man in induced coma following assault, quad bike rollover, inaugural police open day a success, Nelson man starts anti-1080 party, and severe weather warning in force. 2 men are in custody and are due to appear in court on Tuesday following a serious assault that has left a 40-year-old man in a critical condition in hospital. The victim was transferred to Wellington Hospital with serious head injuries after the attack outside a Rutherford Street house in Nelson shortly before 11:30 p.m. on Saturday. He is now in an induced coma. A 19-year-old man and a 27-year-old man were remanded in custody and are due to appear in Nelson District Court on Tuesday morning. They are charged with wounding with intent to cause grievous bodily harm. Police are speaking with a number of witnesses and are not looking for anyone else in relation to the matter. Police Communications Advisor Barbara Dunn says the victim and his assailants were unknown to each other. Wellington Hospital Communications spokesperson Lindsay Davis says the man is in a serious condition in intensive care. There was a huge increase in guest nights in the Nelson Tasman region in April. According to the latest Accommodation Monitor, in April 2013 there were 142,000 overnight guests, and in April this year there were 167,000, an increase of 17.2%. Statistics New Zealand said last week nationwide the trend for New Zealand guest nights continues to rise and has reached a new high. Business Indicators spokesperson Neil Kelly says most guest night trend series are rising and many are at new highs. He says April was a good month for the accommodation industry, with Easter, Anzac Day and school holidays coinciding this year. In April 2014, New Zealand guest nights rose 3.2% after a fall of 1.5% in March. This past Saturday, the community turned out for the annual Police Open Day at the Nelson Police Station. No crime, just fun was to be had as the Nelson Police, along with other first responders, gave the public a taste of what their jobs entail. Some of the day's festivities included police obstacle courses, defence demonstrations, jail cell tours and plenty more. Our intern Carly Danner was there to ask some of the children what their favourite parts of the day were.
What was your favourite part?
Getting to slide down on that freaky thing.
Going down the slide. I'm going on the seat back over.
Get to go in the cells at all?
Yes.
Was it scary in there?
Meanwhile, the event brought plenty of fun for families, but also served to build a better bond between the police and the community.
With so many little kids here who are seeing another side of police. We're not just the guys that go and arrest people. We are guys, we're guys and girls, members of the community here. We're a part of it. And these kids are seeing, it's building their trust, if you know what I mean, way into the future. And they had fun with the police, so they associate police with trust and good things. So, and that's what we really want. And which sort of an investment in the future, so to speak, so people have a different perspective.
Yeah, I think it's really important for the children to see the police and what they do for the community, and it's really good to get them involved in such a positive way at such a young age.
A new political party has been initiated called the Anti-1080 Party. It has been started by Nelson man Bruce Wallace and is said to have the required 500 members. It's understood the Awatere ferry is on voyage back to New Zealand after undergoing repair work in Singapore. The ferry has been plagued with problems which forced it out of action and which disrupted the service for both domestic and international travellers until a replacement arrived, the Stena Allegra, which has also had its own issues. A 57-year-old male from Blenheim was airlifted on Sunday afternoon by the Nelson Mobile Rescue helicopter. The male was with friends on quad bikes inland of Seddon when he rolled on steep terrain in the Awatere Valley area. His companions raised the alarm after a lengthy ride to a farmhouse. The rescue chopper was dispatched and located the scene approximately 7 kilometres inland from the Awatere Valley. The male was assessed and treated on scene by the helicopter's onboard intensive care paramedic and flown to Nelson Hospital's emergency department with head and back injuries. A weather advisory issued on Monday by the Met Service indicates a front which is moving quickly east across the country will bring a burst of heavy rain for Westland, Buller, northwest Nelson and Mount Taranaki on Monday and Tuesday. It's likely that rainfall amounts will reach short-term warning amounts in the ranges of northwest Nelson. Police in these areas are advised to watch out for rapidly rising rivers and streams, slips and localised surface flooding. In the ranges of Nelson west of Takaka and in the ranges of Buller, rain was expected to become heavy from around midday on Monday, and in the following 12 hours until midnight, the region could expect 60 to 100 millimetres of rain to accumulate. Please go to the Met Service website for further updates, with the next one due around 9 p.m. on Monday evening. Nelson Hospital's telephone system was upgraded at the weekend, with over 1,000 phones transferred to a new PABX. The PABX currently carries IP Internet Protocol phones along with older analogue phones, which were replaced at the weekend. On Saturday and Sunday, more than 1,000 phones were transferred to the new system. A safety investigation into the pedestrian crossing on Haven Road outside Auckland Point School has found the best way to make it safer is to reduce that section of road to one lane. Intern Raj Agarwal asked Works and Infrastructure Committee Chair Eric Davey about the decision.
Mr. Davey, can you tell us the latest on the Auckland Point School crossway?
Yeah, because of the number of accidents that have occurred down there, and there's been 4 involving accidents at the actual pedestrian crossing, we did an investigation, found out how many vehicles a day, how many people were crossing the crossing, what the capacity of the road is, and it was decided that we should look at some alternative means of making it safe for both the pedestrians to cross the pedestrian crossing and for the traffic travelling along the road.
And can you just explain how long this investigation has been going along and the timetable for this whole thing?
This has been raised over a number of years that this has caused a problem, and with the Trafalgar Centre and people parking in the Auckland Point School and wanting to cross the pedestrian crossing to get to the Trafalgar Centre, for people wanting to use the new walkway that's being established, but it has been ongoing for a number of years, the problems, and so finally a decision was made to do something about it.
And obviously safety is the number one priority, but do you foresee any traffic problems with it getting limited down to one lane?
No, we believe that the capacity of the road is such that it will be able to handle the change without any issues. It still goes back to 2 lanes approaching well in advance of the 2 roundabouts, both at Halifax Street and Q2 Drive. So it's just a matter of down to the 1 lane for negotiating the pedestrian crossing, and then you can choose which lane you want to go into at the roundabout. So it's a sensible solution for a problem, but there is plenty of road width for the future, so if it doesn't work, we can go back, but we have to do something to safeguard the people using the pedestrian crossing.
And do you know exactly a timetable for when changes could actually start being made?
No, I haven't got that timetable yet because the design has got to be drawn. It will be done. Look, I'd only be guessing at when, but I would envisage before Christmas anyway.
Mr. Davey, thanks so much for joining Mainland TV today.
Not a problem.
Thanks a
lot. Radio. Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
After the break, we'll bring you the latest weather update and some events and happenings coming up from around the region.